Morning, everybody. My name is Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. And I say that every time when I start off a live because it's the truth, and I need people to understand that I created the topic of speaking about dark skin. So people say, well, why is that so important? Why do you always go on and on and on about saying that you are the world's first and only dark-skinned activist? Some people say, well, some people just don't understand me. And I get that. They don't it's so much history that took place before social media was created. And I try my best to come on social media platforms to the best of my ability and articulate what I am speaking on when I talk about the creation of dark skin activism. But I also think that a lot of y'all out there, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all are intelligent people. I don't underestimate the intelligence of people and their understanding. I'm not that type of person. People aren't stupid. So with that being said, y'all know exactly what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. When I say it, the great majority of you know what I mean. But then there are other people out there who act as if they are confused, and I'm not in your head. I'm not in your mind. I can't really say whether or not you're confused and whether or not you understand. A lot of you don't understand, well, why do I have beefs or issues with dark skin and light skinned women? And I'm trying to put this thing as simply as possible. I'm trying to help you to understand me as simply as possible. And the very basic definition of this is, and a very basic, is that the black women never supported me. Dark-skinned women, light-skinned women, brown-skinned women never supported my work. What they did is said that I was crazy. They tried to write me off. They tried to discount what I was saying. And then when they realized that I was able to garner some attention for myself for dark-skinned activism that is about my plays and my books, they said, I want that for myself. Instead of them reaching out and helping and saying, well, Rashida Strober, how can we help to promote you? Black women ain't want to do that. And I'm not going to sit up here and say that this is only specific to black people and black women, that we will see somebody with a good idea and we want it for ourselves and we try to go and rip it off and pass it off as if it's our own. That's any race could do that. But because I'm black, all I know is the black experience, because I live in this black skin. I can only speak on what has happened to me as a black woman. So my issues stem from with dark skinned black and even black men, because there are black men, make no mistake about it, who have ripped me off and stolen from me too. There are black men whose platforms I have went on. These people have bigger platforms, and then they turn around and started plagiarizing and copying me. And people say, well, Rashida, what are you talking about? How can you say that they're copying me? Because if a person has a platform that they was, they've been had, and they did not talk about what I talked about in terms of colorism, dark skin discrimination, and darkism, and after I come on your platform and I introduce you to what I'm doing and what I've been doing, and you rip it off and you are stealing from me. I don't understand why black folks cannot acknowledge that. That is what has happened to me. Andre Boozer, I'm saying your name because you one of the people that you come on my posts and you don't understand. You think that I'm just being a narcissist. I've been accused of being a narcissist. You think that I'm just being extra when I say things that show that I have issues with other black dark-skinned women, other light-skinned women, brown-skinned women. But you haven't been able to put yourself in my shoes. And you said, Andre Boozer, you said, well, you need to learn to market yourself better. Well, here's the irony of that. The irony of I did learn to market myself. I marketed myself so well and built up my brand so well after so many years that in 2015 is when it really went viral with the Kendrick Lamar debacle, where I made a comment on Facebook about Kendrick Lamar's light-skinned girlfriend. Spoke out about that. And in 2015, black people could not believe that I had the audacity to speak negatively about a black man and his life. What it was is they couldn't believe I had the audacity to talk about a light-skinned chick and a black man in a relationship, because it had never been done before. I repeat, this is what y'all need to understand. This is when I say that I created the entire colorism and dark skin lane that nobody cared about, this incident on social media in 2015 spurred that. Before that, nobody was talking about it. And I have a mixed race fan. She's really wonderful at articulating the history of dark skin activism on social media and articulating the fact that no one did it before me. She often comes onto my videos and she said, Rashida, I thought you were crazy when you started talking about this dark skin, light skin stuff, because no one had ever done it before. And what happened is black people in 2015, even Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club, mocked me. They mocked me. They mocked me. They said I was crazy. They called me every name in the book. But you got people like Amara Negra that turn around and copied and plagiarized. They brought her up on the Breakfast Club. And I'm supposed to be thankful and happy about that? I'm supposed to be praising Amara Negra, a woman that has no track record or history and took no heat for bringing colorism, dark skin, darkism online? All she's doing is sitting back, benefiting and getting views off of what I created? You think I'm supposed to be happy about that? You might be happy about that. I'm not. I should get credit for what I created. I don't want other people, I don't care what color they are, getting popularity off of my work. I don't want other, let me be specific here. I don't want other black women, whether they be light skin, dark skin, brown skin, getting credit off of my work. I don't want that. It's not fair. It is not fair that in 2015, when the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne made me donkey of the day for introducing the entire topic of dark skin and colorism to the online masses, it is not fair that 3 years later, they brought another woman on their show to get credit and views and popularity off of what I created. No, there is nobody on earth that's going to tell me that's right. It is not fair. Look, that she's not a little girl. She's bigger now. Someone created a campaign that flexing my complexion campaign. That's really Rashida Strober. About a year to 2 years after the Kendrick Lamar debacle, where I talked about being dark skinned and being a dark skin activist, and I created my channel. I built up all this dark skin work. And to see these people come behind me, they're not crediting me. They're not saying, well, you know what? I was inspired by Rashida Strober. This is my beef with dark-skinned females and light-skinned females and the men who are behind them. And even the men that come onto YouTube and create channels. This is my beef. They don't say, well, I want to thank Rashida Strober for being the person that introduced the entire topic. Or I want to bring Rashida Strober onto my platform because she's the reason why I'm talking about dark skin or colorism. They simply use other dark-skinned women, or a dark-skinned woman herself will regurgitate my work and try to pass it off as if it's their own. Antonio, this is not about me being gorgeous. This is about people stealing from me, my own so-called black people stealing from me. And I'm not going to get over this. I'm not going to stop. I will be speaking on this to the day I die. No matter what level of success that I am at. I just got a video from somebody. People, I don't understand why these people sending me their videos. In a way, should I say, I don't understand, because I do understand, because they probably have ran across my work and they will say, well, she's talking about dark skin. This is interesting. And then they might go make a video and they send it to me. I had a young man that did that to me. He sends me a video of some dude that he was interviewing about why he doesn't date dark-skinned women. And I'm looking at this like, I'm not impressed. I've been did that. I did that light years before anybody. I've done it light years before anybody. They're copying my work. You're not doing anything that new. I introduced this topic. So why do I need to be impressed? I'm not going to ever be impressed. I'm not going to be impressed by anybody. No, nobody talking about colorism and dark skin impresses me because it's all my original work. It's my brainchild. I should get credit for it. These people don't deserve the views and to use it as a storyline. They're all copying me. I'm the reason why you're able to even talk about it, because Black people wouldn't even talk about it. They were afraid to talk about it. This is my beef with dark skin and light skinned women and Black people in general. I don't like being copied, and I don't like people benefiting economically and social media wise through views off of my work. That shouldn't be hard for people to understand. Whether you agree with me or not, that should not be hard for people to understand. I don't want anybody but my daughter to benefit economically off of my work, because it's not their brainchild. You didn't think of this stuff. And I'm speaking calmly, but I'm enraged. I'm filled with hate and anger. And I'll be the first to admit that. I am enraged. And there's nothing in it. The only thing that will solve this is my money from these people. That I need to be paid a lot of money and a bigger platform. Black people are directly responsible, the ones that have ripped off my work. That people ask me all the time, well, if you created this, why are your views so low? The truth is, I took down my videos because Black people was plagiarizing my work. They were going onto YouTube, making channels based on my work and getting views. Now, these were people that already had big platforms. I have to say that 3 times. These were people that already had big platforms. They already had big platforms speaking about other topics, never about dark skin. This is how dirty some Black people will do you. This is why I can't respect y'all. This is why I'm at odds. So what these people did is they took my work, passed it off as if it was their own, and they changed up their topics on their platform. When I saw this, I then took down my videos because I didn't know what else to do to stop the plagiarism. So I took down my YouTube videos, which had thousands of views, and YouTube was promoting me like crazy. When I took my videos down, YouTube does not like, and I found this out later, that YouTube does not like it when you take content down. So they penalize you by decreasing the promotion. And that's what happened to me. And Black people, I can't blame YouTube for that. Black people who plagiarize my work are directly responsible for that. Because if it would not been for these Black women, these were primarily Black women that was doing this, that were creating derivative channels based on my work, I would have never taken my videos down, and my views and popularity would have continued on YouTube. So Black people are directly responsible for that. That's another reason why I have hatred and I'm enraged. Oh yes, Curtis Gatson, you said, do you want your son to benefit from your work as well? Let me explain what I meant when I said I only want my dark skin. What I'm saying it from the perspective is of, I don't want these other dark-skinned people who didn't create dark-skin activism, who are afraid to talk about it, to be able to go on YouTube and benefit and make videos about darkism, because that's what they're doing, and get views and benefit off my work. I don't want that. You shouldn't be able to do that. And if YouTube wasn't around, if there was no social media around, none of this would be happening. I wouldn't have this problem. So when you see me come onto YouTube and I make posts, it is because of hatred. And I'm looking you in your eye and I'm telling you, it's hatred. It's pure hatred, because I have hate in my heart. And only God could judge me for that. I don't care what people have to say, because you ain't walking in my shoes. You're not me. You ain't have to struggle. You didn't come up with an idea organically from your experience before there was YouTube and views. You didn't come up with an idea directly from your experience that nobody cared about. Nobody cared about it. And we all know this. Track before YouTube and see how many people was talking about dark skin and colorism. Track before YouTube and go tell me how many people was talking about colorism and darkism. Track before YouTube and go tell me how many people, all these genuine people that do these interviews and copy my work, how many of them was doing it before YouTube. Go tell me. I'll wait. But you know what? I'm going to be waiting here all day because ain't nobody going to be able to come back with no real true evidence and no numbers. Only people you're going to be able to come back to is two people, Cola Booth and Rashida Strober. Cola Booth and Rashida Strober. The rest of y'all are peons and you don't even matter. And again, I have hate in my heart. I make no bones about that because it's wrong. It's black people have done me dirty. I don't have to, I'm going to read your comment, Antonio Hill. You said you should put your videos back up and compete with them. No, I don't have to compete with someone over my work, of what I created. No, I don't see it like that. I'm not, because in the end, I'm going to win the war. I don't compete with nobody but myself. And I get what you're saying. You're talking about numbers, but I'm talking about the actual creation. It all comes back to me, Rashida Strober, period. And I don't respect any celebrity that talks about dark skin. I don't respect anybody that talks about that. If you're not saying my name, I don't care about you. I don't care about what you have to say. And I told y'all many times, don't send me videos, articles of people talking about dark skin and colorism. I'm going to throw it away. I'm going to delete it. I block people. If you want to get on my bad side, if you want me to block you, and because I will, because I really don't care, because I have nothing to lose. Don't send me or call me or message me talking about somebody talking about colorism or dark. I don't fucking care. I created that. What you want me to do? Clap and be like, and bow down? No, I'm not bowing down to them. They didn't create anything. I'm the reason they're talking about it. So you're not flattering me. All you're doing is making me angry when you send me stuff about people talking just now in 2019, talking about dark skin. If you send it to me, I might just block you, depending on how I feel that day. I might get you out of my face because that's disrespect. If it's not saying Rashida Strober, don't send me information on other people talking about dark skin. Don't do it because you will be blocked. You will be blocked. I will not read the information. You can't tell me nothing new about colorism or dark skin. You can't introduce anything new. It's all a regurgitation of what I've already done. I am not impressed. And it will be thrown in the trash along with you via being blocked. I don't care about no celebrity talking about it. I don't care about nobody in the blogs. I don't care about an article. I don't care about YouTube. I will block you and I will trash it. Straight up. I must be at the top because I created it. And if you're not respecting that, then you got to go. I'm not going to even fool with you. You're not worthy of me. Because, see, I don't have to take or deal with that type of disrespect. Yes, people are ripping me off left and right, especially since 2015 when the Kendrick Lamar beef went down that I had, because that's what really spurred it. That spurred Rashida Strober knockoff channels, Rashida Strober knockoff reality shows. That's what spurred it. And that's another reason why sometimes I make these videos, because if I die, I need to have the history laid down. If I die, I need people to know how dark skin and colorism came to the social media masses and how black people ripped me off. If I die today or tomorrow, I want people to know, because I know people will go back and look, because that's what y'all do. Y'all praise people when they die. When they drop dead, that's when y'all give people their respect. You put roses on people's grave when they die. So I dropped this knowledge to let people know how I brought dark skin and colorism to the masses, and black women and black men stole from me. That's why I make these videos. That's why I actually wrote the book. I wrote the book, Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober story. The manuscript is right here on my computer because I know if I drop dead tomorrow, my family, I got a couple of people in my family that are intelligent and they'll push the work and they'll get the truth out. And now it's becoming the most important chapter in this, and how I was mocked by Black people and countless dark-skinned women betrayed me and stole from me on YouTube. The Breakfast Club. I may do a whole entire chapter on how Charlemagne and the Breakfast Club made me donkey of the day and then brought a dark-skinned woman who never talked about colorism on their show to rip off and plagiarize my work. If that ain't the ultimate Black people betrayal, I don't know what is. Shout out to Marcus Garvey. Happened to him too. Shout out to Marcus, the Honorable Marcus Garvey. They've copied everything I've done. And people had a nerve to send me videos about dark-skinned chicks talk about, so what? You want me to throw them a biscuit? I don't care. I don't care about what they have to say. I don't care. I'm telling y'all to y'all face, I don't care. I don't give a damn. If it ain't Rashida Strober, because how you gonna come up on YouTube pretending that this is something that you so concerned about and that you created? You didn't. You weren't in the trenches. There is no dark-skinned, light-skinned woman that could ever say that she's went through what I went through for talking about dark skin. There's none. Zero. The only other person, because I'm honest, unlike the rest of you, but you are liars, and you will steal, and you'll manipulate, and you'll take for YouTube views and money. You'll do anything for YouTube views and money, but I keep it 100. The only other person that I could actually say that did that was Cola Booth. Cola Booth, and they even started, Black Women Online started copying me, giving homage to Cola Booth. They never heard of Cola Booth. They never made the connection that Cola Booth was one of the was myself and Cola Booth, but outside of myself, that Cola Booth was one of the pioneers of the dark skin movement. I'm the first person to say that. Then they started copying me. Y'all are low down and dirty. Y'all owe me a gratitude of debt, and I'm saying it while I'm alive. That's why I make these videos. That's why I lay it down. You ain't gotta like it. I don't care. But you love my content. A lot of them wish they was me. That's another thing I noticed. You wish you could articulate. First of all, you wish you would have thought of the idea. You wish you would have been the first person to think of the idea to speak on dark skin, but you're not. You're just peons after me. Then you wish you had the boldness to articulate in the same swagger and style that I articulate in, but you can't because you're not the dark-skinned activist. When I say you're not the dark-skinned activist, that's what I'm talking about. Dark-skinned activism comes out of an organic, real nature. Shout out to Lauryn Hill, because I'm not a plagiarizer and I'm not a copier. And I can give other Black women credit and say their name without trying to steal from what they created. Lauryn Hill, I'll never forget. I can't remember what interview I watched her say this in. I cannot remember, but I'm gonna paraphrase. She talked about Bob Marley, and this is a comparison in a sense with my situation as the dark-skinned activist and how I created it from an organic, sincere place. Lauryn Hill talked about how a lot of people want to be like Bob Marley. They want to have the dreadlocks. They want to have the swagger. They want to have the style of Bob Marley. But what they don't realize is that shit was paid for in blood, sweat, and tears. You will never be able to duplicate that. When you see me screaming like this and talking loud, you will never be able to be Rashida Strober. You will never be able to go back to 98 or to my childhood and duplicate the authenticity of where speaking about dark skin came. You can make 1 million videos on dark skin. You will never be able to duplicate the origins. Never. That's what you don't have. You might have a platform to steal from me and take my material to and not give me credit. You might have that, but you won't have the authenticity. When I die, I take that with me. That belongs to me. It's only one dark-skinned activist. It's only one creator of the platform of colorism and darkism on social media. It's only one. That's a fact. Hate me or love me, but that is a fact. I don't care. I only care about what is truthful. I only care about the facts. I'm going to take a breather here, and I'm going to invite people to donate to my Darkism campaign. I want to say thank you to my latest donors that have taken the time, and ironically enough, these were Black men. I have a love-hate relationship with Black men. I can admit that. All of these things are a part of dark skin activism. But Black men have supported me financially in a lot of ways. They really have. I would like to have more financial support. I need $1 million. I need $1 million to produce my plays and to be able to, Andre Boozer, you talked about, I love how Black people tell you, oh, you need to market yourself. But then when it comes down to helping with the actual work of marketing myself, where the money at? Where's the money at? Where's the money to help the dark skin activists if you feel that, okay, Rashida, what you're saying is right and exact. People have ripped you off and stolen from you, and you're wrong, and they're wrong. But when it comes time to put in the work, where your money at? Where is your money? Put your money up, or put your expertise up. Why you ain't getting me on platforms to let it be known that this is the real person that created this? Why aren't you helping me? But see, that's the thing. Y'all won't put your money and your time up. You won't help. But all you can do is sit back. That's, again, this is my issues with not just light skin and dark skin, Black people. I remember there was this chick, China Fox. I'm gonna talk about you, China, light skin China Fox. You watched one of my videos and you got a big platform. You went back on your channel and started talking about exactly what I was talking about. This is the dirty shit that I be talking about. China Fox, light skin China Fox. So this is what I'm saying. This, instead of them bringing me onto their platforms and saying this is the origin of this whole dark skin colorism thing, they will go to their channels and start talking about what I speak on after they watch me and study me. This is what China Fox, you did that. You did that. China Fox, I'm saying your name. You did that. You're not the only one. It's countless ones out there. I'm just giving people concrete examples because I'm trying to let you know, Andre Boozer, if you watch this, that these people are not about helping to promote Rashida Strober, the dark skin activist. They're about taking what I have created and passing it off as their own. This is why, again, I told you I got pure hatred in my heart. Okay? I got pure hatred in my heart from being ripped off and stolen from after spin. Y'all don't understand. This is why I try my best to articulate this. I try to articulate it. That's why I be making these videos. I even have, man, I've been done so dirty by my own people, my own child, please. I've realized y'all not my people. It's ironic. The dark skin activist sits here and says these things about other dark skinned people. I know the irony. I realized probably over the last 5 years, these people are not for me. And I saw some red flags before social media, because when I introduced my ideas as the dark skin activist to other Black women, they said, oh, you need to be quiet about that. Little did I know that they were saying be quiet about it, but they was getting ready to pull up and copy, pull up and plagiarize. That's what they was getting ready to do. That's why they wanted me to be quiet about it, because they wanted to pass it off as their own. They didn't want to say, I'm going to help you. This is your original brand. They were saying, oh, child, let me go and pass, especially after the Kendrick Lamar debacle. I'm telling you, it proves it. You didn't see no channels with Black women talking about colorism or darkism, and they shouldn't benefit. I need to figure out a way to file a lawsuit, and I know that there's a way to do this, to file a lawsuit for people being able to come to my channel and copy my ideas based on my intellectual property and go create channels. There has to be a way, because I'm not the only one that this has happened to. There are a lot of people on YouTube who have had original ideas that people with bigger platforms who never, ever, ever even thought or spoke of whatever idea, and they watched the person and they said, oh, this person don't got no lot of subs. Ooh, let me bring this back, thinking that person wasn't gonna say nothing. No, that's why I talk about it all the time, because I want it documented through my videos, through my interviews, through my books, that Black people did rip me off and steal from me on YouTube and social media. I want this documented. I want it documented. I want my kids, when my daughter grows up, I want my daughter to not only be proud of her dark skin and know the impact that I had, but I want her to know how Black people mocked me and then countless dark-skinned women, light-skinned women stole from me. I want her to know that. I want her to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm not watering nothing down to make y'all feel good. See what y'all want me to do? I know what y'all want me to do, and I ain't going for it. Y'all want me to be like, when y'all send me these videos about these celebrities finally talk about dark skin and colorism, y'all want me to be like, oh my God, praise them. Nope. They better bow down to me. It's the other way around. You're not going to get that from me. I'm not relenting. And I'm not going to relent for money. You ain't going to be able to buy me off and say, shut up. Let me throw this money at you and then you shut up. Nope. I want my money and I want my credit. I want my money and my credit. My money and my credit for bringing dark skin activism online. My money and my credit. My money and my credit. I want my money and my credit. My money and my credit. I won't take nothing less than my money and my credit. I'm not gonna bow down. I'm not gonna. Why should I bow down to a that just coming on talk about dark because they got a big platform? So I don't care about you because you didn't originate or authenticate anything. All you did was have a big platform. I should be praising you for having a big platform, not for talking about colorism or darkism. That's not it, because you didn't originate it. You didn't bring it to the fore. Rashida Strober did that. 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 Not you. Yeah, thank you, Antonio. I appreciate that, because I need as much money as I could get. And let me go ahead and drop this link in here. Let me drop the link. Let me drop the link. Let me drop the link. You can go to my GoFundMe. You go to my GoFundMe and give. Oh Lord. You go to my GoFundMe and give. Give as much as you can. I need a lot of money. I need a lot of money to produce this play. I hope that I have provided a better understanding of why I have issues with dark skin and light skinned women. And included in that title, it's just subtitle, why I have issues with Black people in general. I have so much darkism, dark skin work to put out that I don't put out no more, because people just steal. I don't get credit for my work, and people just simply steal. Again, the formula is they have big platforms on YouTube. They never even talked about colorism or dark skin. They saw the attention that I got. They saw that I was the first person to make the dark skin topic, the colorism topic, pop on a big level. I did that. And these people with these bigger platforms switched it up. The Black people switched it up to steal from me. It was never about let me bolster Rashida Strober to a higher level so that people can understand and know about the creation of her original ideas on dark skin and colorism. It was never about that. It was about let me take from her on the sneak and pass her work off as my own. That's what it's always been about with Black people on YouTube. There's only a few people that I kind of give them a little bit of a pass because they have brought me onto their platforms. I give them a little bit. I give O'Shea Duke Jackson, I give him a little bit of a pass. I even give Tommy Sotomayor a little bit of a pass. I even give Philip Biles a little bit of a, you notice I'm not saying the names of Black women, because they've been the most treacherous and trifling and low down. Because they're Black women and I'm a Black woman. They needed something. They didn't have nothing extra. So they had to jump on Rashida Strober's darkism and colorism train. So they can't bring me on their platforms, because then people will know who actually created this. People will realize, oh, this chick is a fraud. Oh, that's where you got that from. Just like with Queen Afua. You talk about Queen Afua. Oh man, that and again, these are my opinions. These are not Queen Afua's. I don't know that lady, but I know that Black women have stolen from her. I know that Black women have went and created YouTube channels and they up here making money off of retreats and all this kind of stuff based off of Queen Afua, the originator's work. They ain't originate all that holistic stuff. fake as I don't know what. And when I found that out, I will not support you. I'm not coming to none of your retreats. I'm not buying none of your stuff because you're a fraud. Why you ain't saying Queen Afua name? The only person that I see, black woman that I see, and I got to give her all the respect, it changed my vision of this person, is Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu pays homage and big ups Queen Afua because she knows she learned from Queen Afua. She brought that stuff to her music, this stuff that she learned from Queen Afua. So I got to give Erykah Badu all the credit in the world for bigging up Queen Afua. Queen Afua is the originator, and black women, y'all done stole from her. Y'all done stole from her online. All that fake holistic stuff y'all doing, all that fake vegetarian and vegan stuff, y'all done stole from Queen Afua. I don't buy it. I'm not buying your act. It's false and it's phony. And because they know how to market, understand, they're not creative. They know how to market. They're not visionaries. They know how to market. They feel it's okay to steal from other black women. That is what is going on. Again, this is the root. Y'all want to know, I'm telling you the root of my issues with dark-skinned women, light-skinned women, brown-skinned women. Stop stealing. Stop ripping off. YouTube has created this environment, this toxic environment where that's all we do. Nothing is original. Nobody don't really care about nothing. They're doing it for views. They steal from the real activists. They take from the real creators and never say the person's name, never pay them money. Where Queen Afua money at? Where's her money at? All you black women online that's out here with this fake holistic stuff, where's Queen Afua money at? You owe her. All you black women that's out here with this fake colorism stuff for views because you got a big channel and you know you never talked about colorism, but you see Rashida Strober got it popping and put it on a map. Where my money at? Where my money at? Put my money up. All y'all owe me. Every last one of you. Every last one of you owe me. Period. Every last one of you owes me. And I want my money. I want my money right now. I'm glad you do, Nikki. You said now, and maybe you just now joining this. But if you get a chance, go back and replay the video. Replay the video. So you can, and again, this is the reason why I drop these videos. I come on and I explain so that people like Nikki, Denise can understand. You don't have to necessarily agree with someone to understand where they are coming from. It's a lot of people that I don't agree with, but I will sit and watch and hear what they have to say so that I understand. Why is this person? Because 9 times out of 10, a person is not just saying something just to be saying it in this capacity. Somebody saying, oh, somebody's stealing from me. No, you ain't gonna just be coming out the woodwork saying that. You saying it for a reason. So what I'm saying is take the time to listen. Usually when people that's saying that, they're right. Like Little Richard. Little Richard is a quintessential example of being copied. Thank you, Nikki Denise. Copied. And he had been saying it for years. And guess what? In the end, we found out that Little Richard was telling the truth. Little Richard invented rock and roll. And he was ripped off and stolen from. He was ripped off, and it's wrong. It is wrong what they did to him. And he grinded in the trenches for years, not getting the money that he deserved, not getting the fame that he deserved, while these other people sat back and benefited. Same thing with me. I see people like Spice using my storyline. That's what they're doing on Love and Hip Hop. You know, I see these black women benefiting off of what I created. They didn't create nothing out of their brain. And this has been going on really since 2015. Everything really happened after Kendrick Lamar. When I had that beef with Kendrick Lamar about light skin, and people realized it was the dark skin activists, and they realized what dark skin activism was, that's when all these black women started copying me. The first phase after that was to say I was crazy and delusional. Then after that, they started creating derivative channels. And then after that, you saw people like Amarla Negra pop up on the scene, never been on the scene before, started coming on talking about colorism, using it as a crutch and a marketing ploy. Then you saw that Flex in My Campaign girl came out talking about she was bullied for being dark skinned. She had adults behind that who I know who had watched me, and I got proof of it, who had watched me. Then they used her to promote my storyline when I had been created the bully for a dark-skinned girl narrative way back in 2013 when I was on the news for promoting my play. These people studied me, just like they did Little Richard. And then they used other people or themselves to capitalize off of my work. And you think I'm not supposed to have anger and hatred in my heart? You're wrong. You'll never be able to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. I want my money. I want my money. And I'm going to find a way to get my money at some point. At some point. This right here is going to come to a head at some point. I cannot tell you when. I cannot tell you when. Can I tell you when? Can I tell you how? But my story, the story of the dark-skinned activist, the story of the dark-skinned activist is going to be told in all of its truth. From the inception of how I created the dark-skinned lane from a child all the way up until people ripping me off. It's a big, huge story, and I'm the only one in the world with this story. They can try to copy, but they can't. You can never be Rashida Strober. It's only so much copying you could do. You could never be me. You could never. You notice nobody else comes online and says they're copying me in the way that nobody, because they can't. And if they start doing that, then oh my God, you really want to be Rashida Strober, but I don't think you can handle it. You can't handle being Rashida Strober, the dark-skinned activist. So stick to your plagiarizing of my work. Stick to your making channels based off of Rashida Strober. Stick to that, because you can't really, you wouldn't be able to handle being actually me and what I have been through. You wouldn't be able to handle that. You wouldn't be able to handle it. They wouldn't be able to handle being me. So all these black women can do is copy and make videos about colorism. I don't want to hear your stories. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I don't want to hear your story. I've literally stopped really taking calls from people. I used to take calls from people all the time. But now I realize that these people are out for selfish motives. They want to talk to me and learn from me and then steal from me. Talk to me, learn from me, steal from me. Talk to me, learn from me, steal from me. Talk to me, learn from me, and steal from me. That's what they do. What that song called? They're smiling in your face. The backstabbers. They smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers. Who that is? The OJs? Shout out to the OJs, because that's what they do. That's what they do. They smiling in your face. They text messaging you. They emailing you. They saying, Rashida, I love what you do. But they backstabbers. They watching my videos up on YouTube. They watching my interviews from Sonetta to Tommy Sotomayor to the being called Donkey of the Day. And all they want to do is backstab me. All they want to do is find another dark-skinned chick to regurgitate what the dark-skinned activist has already said. They're backstabbers. I don't trust none of you. If you ain't coming to me with some money, you better come with them. Tell you straight up. You better come with me with some money, or otherwise you're wasting my time. So I tell you, don't call me, don't text message me, don't email me, don't do none of that, because all you're doing is wasting my time. You're here to steal. You're here to pick my brain. That's the term. When people want to steal from an innovator, a creator, an originator, a person that really created something, I want to pick your brain. That's code for I want to steal from you. I want to try to take what you got and pass it off as my own to my platform. The backstabbers. Shout out to the OJs. Shout out to the OJs. Shout out to Little Richard. Shout out to all the creative, brilliant originators that created something, and these low-life folks stole from you. They can go straight to you know where. So all they want to do is backstab. They're backstabbers. Period. So I hope that this helps someone to understand better where I'm coming from. I hope that when I make posts on YouTube or I make posts on Facebook or wherever, I hope that you are able to better understand why I say the things and why I feel the way, because I didn't always feel this way. This is a phase of dark skin activism. The plagiarism of dark skin activism is the next phase. This is the phase that I'm going through. There's going to be other phases. The first phase was the inception. I'm clicking on. Is that the backstabbers? Hold on one second. Let me see if that's it. There they go. See, I can't. I don't think I could play that in a Facebook video, because then they'll talk about copyright. The irony, copyright. And I'm not one that wants to. I don't want to steal nobody's work. I don't want to plagiarize. I've never done that. It's all originator. I want people to understand. I want people to understand that if it wasn't for Rashida Strober, nobody on YouTube, nobody on TV would even. I even see BET. You know, and the thing is, trying to get my work out to a bigger platform. I sent BET copies of my books. I sent BET my work. They got it. And about a year later, I started seeing stuff about colorism, darkism. I see that this is what they do. They take what they do. They smiling in your face. The backstabbers. That's what they do. That's what they do. And see, the backstabbers that's on YouTube, all they got to do is watch me. But I made BET aware of this topic, and then they started creating content around colorism. Started, you know, I think they had some type of series about models, dark skin model. All this stuff came from me. All of it. Where else did it come from? Explain to me how, after I sent you all this information on dark skin activism and what I do, you pop up with a series talking about colorism. Explain. See, with BET, I sent them my information because I'm trying to get to a bigger platform. But with people online, you never know who watching. Anybody can watch you. But that's what they're doing. They're watching and stealing. They're watching and stealing. They're watching and backstabbing and trying to keep me at a level where people don't know that this person is the origin of this. Trying to paint me as being crazy. But I'm the one that introduced the topic to the masses after years of creating the dark skin activist lane, and then it popping off in 2015. I put it in your head. But you don't want to promote and propel me. You want to backstab me and try to take it and pass it off for your own. That's it for now. If the Spirit of God hits me to come back on here and speak to you guys on this, I will do that. But for now, those of you that support my work, once again, what you can do is you can go to my GoFundMe and you can make a donation. I'm going to go ahead and put the GoFundMe link there in the description box if you watch this on YouTube. All the information is always there. You can go to my GoFundMe. You can go to my Cash App, which is Rashida Lala, and you make donations. You can also go to my PayPal, which is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, because you know you can go and give money through PayPal. Most people should know that. So once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. World's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober. I am the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the first platform in history for dark skin, and my goal is to raise $1 million. Rashida Strober is the sole originator of the social media colorism and darkism platform and movement. People all over the world, including YouTube and other social media platforms, have either imitated, copied, or plagiarized Rashida Strober's original work. But Rashida Strober remains the originator of the first social media movement in history to be an activist against colorism and darkism. All others have been inspired to speak as a result of Rashida Strober's original dark-skinned activist work started in 1998.
Hi, so this is Sean here with Ms. Rashida Strober, the first dark-skinned activist and creator of the term darkism.
Greetings, everyone. It is Rashida Strober, the world's first dark-skinned activist. For those of you that don't know, I am the creator of dark-skinned activism, which is the first platform to address the systemic discriminations that dark-skinned people face. I am the reason, and I don't say this out of arrogance, I say it because it's the truth, that social media, people on social media, people on TV speak on colorism. I created dark-skinned activism in 1998 as a solution to the problem regarding an understanding of why I was being discriminated against as a dark-skinned female. Out of dark-skinned activism, and this is very important, came darkism. And darkism, and I would like for everybody to understand that this is a word that I coined and created. It's a word that I coined. It's also a book that I wrote that is copywritten material with the United States Copyright Office, darkism. And I created this term because I needed to operationalize and provide a framework for my dark skin experience. And I've said this before, another reason I had studied extensively the colorism scholarly literature as a graduate student attending the University of South Florida. And the literature, the research did not go far enough to help us in our understanding of what dark-skinned people specifically face. So I, Rashida Strober, created the word darkism and wrote the book Darkism and created the concept darkism to focus exclusively on the discriminations that dark-skinned people face. Another reason that I come to you today and give you these explanations is because there are some people, and I don't understand why the dishonesty, the intellectual dishonesty, I'm not sure, I don't understand that are saying that I did not create darkism, it makes no sense. When you look at the facts, and I'm a fact person, I'm a factual person, I deal with what is factual, what is true, what is ethical, what is moral, because the truth will always stand at the end. I have to clear up the misconceptions as to the fact number one. I created the word darkism to denote the struggles of dark-skinned people. And it came out of my own experience first. And then again, like I said, studying the colorism scholarly literature, I found that it didn't focus specifically on dark skin. And there needed to be some type of concept, some type of movement that focused specifically on dark skin. And I get this question a lot. People will say, well, what's the difference between colorism and darkism? Well, again, the concrete difference after, again, years of study is that colorism, unlike darkism, does not focus on dark skin discrimination. I've written more books on dark skin than anybody in the world. And I can tell you that dark skin, darkism, is a specific discipline in and of itself, which is why I created darkism. Understand, it started with myself and my lived experience. But as a scholar, as a theorist, as a paradigm creator, you begin to understand that once you create paradigms to define your experience, it expands to other people. So I created darkism to shine a light on specifically what the dark-skinned people of the world face. That's the quick answer here. Only got about 5 minutes here. Anyway, you can get the book Darkism. You can go to my website, darkskinactivist.com. You can email me for interviews at darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. I've got $1 million campaign going I'm asking people to donate to the campaign. All the information is below. You can go to my PayPal and purchase my books, $40 each. You can go to my GoFundMe and make a donation. Most of all, share this information. Spread the word. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, the creator of the concept of darkism, and the author of the book Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. Rashida Strober.